Hi, I'm Marnie Pehrson with IdeaMarketers, and I want to show you a little bit about what we do to help you promote your books at IdeaMarketers. We have a book publicity program, and inside of it, we take our authors and we promote them on our website and throughout social media. So just so you can get a feel for what it is we do exactly, I want to take you through what we're doing for one of our authors. This is Dr. Linda Miles, and this is how we're promoting her. So let me just share my screen with you here for a second. All right. So here's our book publicist program. Let's just take a look at the first month, which is basically getting things set up and starting the promotion. So we start off with an initial phone consult. And every month we consult with you about your book and what you're wanting to promote. Maybe you've got multiple books. Dr. Miles has several books. So this month she's wanting to promote her book, Change Your Story, Change Your Brain. And so that's where we're spending our energy. Next month it may be one of her other books, Friendship on Fire or something like that. So we consult with you each month about what it is you want to promote in some aspect of your books or other aspects of your business. So we assess where you are with your current social media and your stats, and take a look at if you've got Google Analytics in place. We take a look and see what kind of traffic you're getting to your sites, or we look at what kind of sales you're getting from your books. Then we take a look at your website and we make sure that you have Facebook ad tracking codes on your website. Most people don't do that. Most people don't have these tracking codes in place. And so what we do is we go in and we put these codes on your website, and we, like, I'll just take a look here. Let me show you. See, this has got a Facebook pixel put on this website here. So every time somebody hits this page, it's going to put them into a special Facebook audience. And then we can run ads to people who hit those pages based on specific pages they hit or whatever. So it's building a list whether anyone ever fills out a form on your website or not. And if you're going to do any kind of marketing, you want to have those in place. So if you don't have those, we will put those codes on there for your website. And then we will create a custom audience over in Facebook to start gathering these visitors. And it may be that we create multiple audiences to gather people based on which book page they're looking at or things like that. So we set all that up, and then we create Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram friendly images for your books, and put them out through your social media outlets that fit, or also through ours as well. So it's not like you're not limited to just your audience. We will promote it to our audience as well, which is quite significant. All right, and then let me take a look at and just show you the type of things that we're creating, just so you see what those are before I move on. Okay, so here's an example of some of Dr. Miles' images that we've created. And you can see they're different sizes and they may be promoting the same thing. This is a quote from her Change Your Story, Change Your Brain book. So this is a Facebook size version. This is an Instagram, and that's a Pinterest. So we'll post them to her Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, as well as ours. Here's another quote from her Change Your Brain book. And this is a Instagram version and a Pinterest version. The Instagram versions work totally fine on Facebook as well. So this is a Facebook ad dimension right here. This right here is another Instagram, works great on Facebook or Instagram. And here's another Facebook ad size one. So these are just some of the images that we've created for Dr. Miles to give you an idea of that kind of thing that we do. So what we've done is we've actually gone through her book and highlighted. She provided the text to her book, so I go through and we grab good quotes, and some of them that are briefer, that are really punched up, we can put onto images and things like that. Or another thing that we do with this program is we'll create 2 to 3 posts for you for your Facebook page every week. And to be honest with you, we tend to create more than that, but so take a look at here. These are Facebook posts we've created, and they're queued up for the next week. And so like if you click on those, you'll see. So we created this image and this text and put this on her page. And you will notice that we are using an IdeaMarketers link for her book. And the reason why we do that is so we can track and see how many people we have sent from the marketing that we're doing, so you can get a good gauge of how many people have actually clicked on the link. Here's another one. Sometimes we use straight text with no links, and the reason why we do that is because Facebook likes that. Organically, they'll give more exposure to straight text than they will with anything with an image or a link, especially a link in it. They don't really want you to send people away. So we do a mix of text-based and images. Here's another text-based one. And these are quotes that were in her book that she had used. Here's another one that's a quote from her book, but we also included the link, okay, but no image. We're just kind of mixing these up to see. Here's another one with a link, but no image. Let me go back to her page and show you some more. So we just keep these things going out, and we also have these linked over to her Twitter account so that anytime we post here, it also posts on her Twitter account, so that gives her the exposure over there. So here's a few. There's some text-only ones. Let me see. There's the image that you saw we created. So we put the link in there to the book. Here's another thing that we do, and let me go back over here. I'll go into that in just a second, but this first month we get these posts going for you, and then we monitor media opportunities for you. So we subscribe to a service that sends us media opportunities, and anytime something matches your expertise, we send you a media op. So here's an example of a media op that came in for Dr. Miles, how to keep the peace in the family over Thanksgiving, because she talks about things like that, dysfunctional families and, you know, family and marriage therapy type stuff. So here's a media op that we sent to her, and then she replies directly to these people within the time frame. There's always a time frame with a deadline, and you have to be conscious of that, and she's really great about getting right on these and sending them out and getting the media exposure. So we send those to you. And then we create a media room for you on IdeaMarketers. So let's take a look up here in our media room. We have Dr. Linda Miles. And so she has a page on our site. Our site gets, right now, it's getting between 16,000, 17,000 unique visitors per month. So that's a good clip of traffic that's coming to our site that are getting exposure. So here we've got her media room. It links to her books, her website. It's got some media appearances, things like that. She's got her press kit here. If you've got that, we can include that. These are posts that we have made, blog posts. We've taken articles she's written or excerpts from her books. She sends us content she's written. We load it into our site, into blog posts. So she's like a guest blogger is what you would call it on here. She's a featured author with her guest blogs on here. And you can easily like click on her name and see, here's one of her articles. I mean, yeah, here's an article here that she's got. Here's another one. So it's just going and showing all of the articles that she's done that we've put on here. If we find music to go with things, we'll do that. We'll punch it up, make it, you know. So we've done all the formatting. We've loaded all this in. She just gave us some text. We find the images. We make sure it looks pretty on Facebook and when it's shared. We do all the formatting, all of that. So she just gives us the raw text, and we always have like call to actions at the bottom, like to get her book, whatever book is appropriate to the blog post. And these also are featured over on our homepage as well. Insights from our featured authors. So these are various authors who give us content, and then we, you know, people can just click to read these articles at that point. And then, so like I say, this site right now is getting between 16,000 and 17,000 unique visitors every month. So that's some good exposure for your content, and it always leads back over like to her books here. If you click these, they go straight to Amazon. And we've got you'll notice it briefly went to IdeaMarketers link, and it'll count. So it's counting her traffic that we're sending over to Amazon, so we can give her some statistics. Okay. All right, so let me go back to our book publicist page. That's month 1. That's what we set up for you. And month 2, we do another phone consult with you. We interview you if needed to create some expert videos, things like that, to podcasts. Depends on how much content you have. If you don't have a lot of content, this works out really nicely because we can create the content for you. With Dr. Miles, she has so much content that we, in lieu of a lot of some of this stuff, we use her content and we give her more blog posts than we do the average person. So the site stats and social media, we look at those, make sure they're working for you. We create 2 blog posts for you each month, spotlighting you on IdeaMarketers, and that's just what I showed you, some of her content. And like I say, Dr. Miles has a few extra of those because instead of doing the videos, we're doing more articles for her. You have the promotion of blog posts about you, and we put that out to our social media. So whenever those posts go up, here I'll show you what I've done. Let me go back to my page. Okay, see right here, this is on my personal wall. I have 4,579 friends. So I have quoted Dr. Miles here and mentioned her book. Now I didn't put a link on that one, but this one, I've actually done a share of her post directly from her Mindfulness Rewrites page. So that helps build likes to her page, and she's already gotten a like or 2 out of that. And we'll share her images. I don't know if I can find it, but another day I shared one of her images over. Anyway, it's being slow. But so we share some of your posts over to my pages or personal pages to just try to get more organic juice for your content. And then we schedule those posts out on your Facebook page so they keep going out. We make those so they automatically post to Twitter. We continue to monitor media opportunities and send those to you. And we host and maintain the media room that you have on IdeaMarketers. One thing that we can do in month 3, if you want to spend the money on Facebook advertising, we have at this point, you should have gathered enough visitors from the traffic we're driving to your website that if you want to remarket to the visitors that you have coming to your website, we'll create, manage, and monitor a Facebook ad for you that promotes something that you want to drive people back to your website. So we gather your visitors from the website, Facebook does, and then we can go and send something to those people, a special offer you have, or maybe you want to send them to a blog post, or maybe you want to send them directly to your book, whatever. We can remarket to those people who have visited your website from the traffic that we've driven there. And then we just continue to post your blogs, to promote your blog posts through our social media, keep putting up your Facebook posts that go to Twitter, keep putting things on Pinterest and Instagram and all that kind of stuff, and host your website. So we do all that for you at a very affordable rate. And I mean, if you were to pay a publicist, you'd pay a lot more than this. You'd pay $4,000 or $5,000 a month for a publicist. So this is a really economical way to get some constant exposure out through social media and on our website. If you'd like to talk about how this would work for you, if you want to talk about it, I do a free 20-minute strategy session to assess what you have, assess what kind of content you have, and whether this would work for you or whether you need it tweaked a little bit. Like I said, Dr. Miles needed more of one thing than another, so we kind of tweak the program if we need to for you and give you what you need. So let's talk. Just go to IdeaMarketers.com, and up in the top link, on the top right, there's a link for a free consultation. All right, take care. Bye-bye.